All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's platform meeting. It's January the 21st. We have a bunch of items on our agenda, and I'm posting the agenda to the SUMO channel. Go. All right. We have two items, action items from last week, both for Michael, and actually we already had both of these taken care of. There was one following up about different logos and product names per locale. Said yes, and we will file a bug for that. But it's not high priority because the strategy changed a little bit. For something that, anyway. Then the other one is the AAQ, whether the last bug had landed or not. It wasn't a blocker. Actually, we're going to talk about that in a moment. But Michael has already followed up on that as well. So let's move on to the actual roundtable and the notes there. Oh, that's the one that you just mentioned. Okay. So the first item was different logos, product names per locale. Logo is a medium, large size task, and we will file a bug for that. And product names can be handled via translation. Yep. The other one was the email bug, and it looks like there is some progress there. Michael, can you actually update us on that?
Yeah, Bitmon would actually be better.
Oh, all right, Mike.
Oh yeah, I'll take this. So we've narrowed it down some more. We know that it is probably a certain type of error. And unfortunately, the solution to this type of error is a fairly large retooling of the way we send email. This is something we were trying to avoid, but it might be unavoidable at this point. We still want to make sure this is the particular issue, so we're probably going to make some changes to try and get some more specific errors out of the system. But until then, it doesn't look very good.
Mike, can we quantify the issue? Like how many emails are actually affected by this, or what's the percentage ratio?
I'm not sure the number of people affected by this. I can say that the issue is likely, and again, we're pretty sure this is the issue, but we don't have any confirmation yet. The email provider we use limits us to 10 simultaneous connections. And if we go over that, then emails will start failing. And we don't have any monitoring of this, and those errors that they send back, we kind of just throw away for some historical reasons. Making it so we don't throw those away is what we need to get around.
So when you say we are using this, that probably means all of Mozilla, right? Not just we as SUMO.
I don't know what other groups are doing for email. I think a lot of people use the same server, or the same service, but I don't know what their email system looks like on the application side. So maybe they do retry logic, maybe they do more centralized sending of email. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's just us, since we know when we are sending email, can't we just queue that up and instead of sending that in parallel?
It should be possible to do some queuing and centralizing of email, but the problem is that our system doesn't support that right now. So we would have to go build that, as well as better error handling.
All right, that seems like a longer discussion that we should have after we have confirmation that that is indeed the issue. So the next step here is to collect more data and then make a decision? Okay.
Email. Nightmare.
Let's do that. Thank you for the update on that one. It's good to know that we are narrowing down the problem space. That sounds awesome. Okay, Anything else for the roundtable? Last minute items? Okay. If not, we can move on and look at the roadmap items. First one is the unified AAQ, and you can see in the notes the last piece has landed. Just to recap what we had talked about last week, there was a bug. There was a bug, and it was already fixed, but not on production. It turns out it wasn't actually a blocker for us. But I didn't deploy anyway because it might have corrupted some of the results, and there was no point in doing that for just a few more days of data collection up front. So now that everything has gone through, we can actually turn this on, and we will turn this on. I'm not sure if we are going to do that tomorrow already, but we are going to turn it on now. So either tomorrow or on Monday, just not exactly sure. Well, actually, we could turn it on tomorrow because we can also just go back to diverting 0% of our traffic to it, right? Yeah. So there shouldn't be an issue. Well, the first step here is to just turn it on and watch, essentially. We have a bunch of places that are collecting data for this. It's all coming together in Google Analytics. So the next step is just turning it on, watching, and after we have some data, compare those two solutions that we have at the moment. That's the next thing here. Okay. Then we have the KPI dashboard, the next version of the KPI dashboard, and we are currently implementing the first KPI, the contributor retention. The calculations are, as far as I know, already done. So this is now about providing an API for those and displaying them on the KPI dashboard. So
yeah, calculation landed. The API, I saw Mythmon R+ it about 30 minutes ago, so presumably it'll get merged like soon. And then Brittany is currently working on the front-end bits.
That's pretty cool. It means that probably within the next 10 days or so, we will have this on the KPI dashboard if everything goes right. And that will be the first new KPI that we have there. And it's a pretty important one, one that will let us actually already make some decisions about what we want to do with the rest of the year. So that's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to that one. Any questions around that? Okay. The last item that we have here is the article helpfulness. It still needs acceptance criteria. Not as urgent because with the plan that we have for the KPI dashboard, we aren't going to get to anything else beyond that, it looks like, for this quarter. Yeah. But we will have that ready for the next one. All right. Anything else on the roadmap that you have comments or questions about? Any specific bug discussions? Well, if not, well, this was a short meeting, and that's nice.
On to the next meeting.
Next week?
On to next week. And the next meeting.
Exactly. Well, it will be at the usual time. There's nothing else planned from the marketing side, so that's good. Well, thank you again for participating, and I'll see you all hopefully next week. Take care, and until then, bye-bye.